got today? Why, we got my nasty old sneakers. I say nasty, but that's totally not true. These sneakers, I have literally been using these exclusively for 2 years. That's not possible. I have never used a sneaker 2 years. Wow, look at that. It's starting to actually shred there. That's funny. These things, these Nike Lebron Zoom Soldier 8s are fucking incredible. I mean, I'll just tell you how it is on day one. On day one, I immediately took out the laces. I tried these on, and they were too tight. And I was like, oh shit, I fucked up on buying sneakers online, you know? And then I took out the laces just on a whim because, you know, this is a pretty damn hefty, heavy-duty Velcro strap there, you know? Actually pretty nice, too. Look, that's not like shitty black or anything. That's actually the color of the fucking shoe. And, you know, voila. It fit. But it didn't just fit. I mean, unlike every other sneaker I've ever owned in my life, these motherfuckers fit like I've been wearing them a year. From day one, they felt like they belonged on my foot already. Like there was no break-in time. They went straight onto my goddamn foot, which, again, is amazing. At best, I can keep a sneaker alive for 9 months, and after that, you know, they start separating here and shit, and, you know, you walk in wet grass and your feet get wet, or, God forbid, you're in a rainstorm, your feet get wet. This one, I mean, it did kind of separate there, but it doesn't really matter because it still didn't intrude. And it's like I'm walking through wet grass and I feel a little bit of dampness, but the way the open air design of this thing has it so just the heat of your foot cooks out any wetness that did get through. And that's fucking amazing. That's absolutely fucking amazing. Yeah, it looks like that's the point where things start to go downhill right there. As you can see, it's not really very treaded to begin with. Like, the very first time I wore these, I was up at a eatery, and they had just waxed the floor or whatnot, or mopped the floor, and I went sliding. There was, like, no grip. But as time went on, there was a little bit more of a grip. But it's weird. I mean, at the end of this shoe's life, this shoe actually isn't even dead yet. I could still continue wearing these, but, you know, here's the problem. After 2 years of wearing these, they squeak. Oh my god, do they squeak. Every step is... And, I mean, that's okay if you're working in a noisy area, or live in a noisy area. It doesn't really matter. No one gives a shit that your shoes are squeaking. But I do. They got to be annoying. But I mean, as beat up as these might look right now, I mean, these are still viable shoes. I mean, I can't even throw these out because they're still functioning. I mean, here, look, this is getting torn and ripped, probably because I went up against something sharp. It's still there, though. You know, we can see that there's cracks or something there forming, like it's gonna come through. On this one, it's more expressive, which is weird. I wonder why that is. I mean, look at that. It's like actually kind of going inwards. Huh, that's weird. These were a lot more sharp. This shoe has these weird pointy-outy things. It's almost like a bumper, which is kind of neat. I thought it looked dumb at first, but I ended up liking it quite a bit. And it's really shaved down. Now, here is a brand spanking new one. And as you can see, they do come in really cool colors. From this day forward, I mean, well, actually from a further day back forward, I vowed never to wear anything but a shoe with purple on it. And this shoe has, wow, purple all over, as does this one. And I mean, it's almost a pity that I've begun wearing these because these ones are still viable. I mean, it's just really unfortunate. But, you know, I got sick of hearing the squeak. Okay, looking at the bottom here, you can see how pronounced, you know, that bumper is and how it's only slightly shredded down on that one. I wore this 3 days. So, you know, that's what it looks like after 3 days. This S8 for Soldier 8 as you can see right here, S8 for Soldier 8 is now gone from here because it's been worn down so much. You can see how much the tread has worn down, which doesn't even look that bad, really. I mean, yeah, there we go. I mean, you can see that there has been some tread degradation, but it's not terrible for 2 years of abuse. And when I say these were abused, I am not fucking joking. These were beat to shit. And I mean, it's like normally you get a sneaker and it's like you wear it a little bit and you're like, oh, it's planned obsolescence. It will die. It'll just die on me because they plan it to die. They make it so they're shitty and that they die. It hasn't died. It's still a fucking viable sneaker. Isn't that a fucking weird thing? I don't know. I mean, I just got sick of the squeak, so, you know, I've had these ones for a year thinking these ones would die. They never did. They never died. So, you know, I did have these in replacement. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say about it. The LeBron Zoom Soldier 8 is like the perfect sneaker. At least for me it is. I actually talked another person into getting it, and they were like, oh my god, these things are fucking amazing. And really they are. One neat thing they have is, on this one, that used to be more silvery, and that used to be far more silvery, but they still reflect light pretty damn amazingly. I was kind of impressed by that. I am surprised they didn't put any of it on the back, though. Because, you know, I mean, presumably you're walking towards somebody, they see you shine, and they don't run into you. You know, like up here, too, I believe it was. But from the back, I guess you're going to get rear-ended by some drunk driver or something. I don't know. It just seems like a weird thing to not have it on the back. But, you know, that ain't bad. But, I mean, look at the inside. The inside's not even coming apart. I mean, it's like, you know, you get your normal shaving that goes on here. But other than that, it's really solid on the inside. And you know how you're wearing shoes for a long time and you start feeling little hard knobs all over the place on the inside? It's like, it's just designed so it's like there's like hard little pointy things that you can feel through the fabric and the rubber. It hasn't really happened here except for, let's see. Except for like right here where you have it kind of knotting up, you know, like the little pills from the broken fabric, but even that's not that bad. I mean, that's fucking crazy. Size 12, ladies. Oh god, that's gay. Anyway, yeah, I almost don't want to wear these, or I almost don't want to wear these because these still are viable sneakers. I mean, I already have like some stupid little slippery type, you know, non-lace, you know, $10 jobbies that I use to get the mail or whatnot, but I think I'll keep these just in the closet in case I ever go somewhere that destroys sneakers. I don't know. But I can tell you, as I said, I bought this a year ago, and a few months, actually it was more than a year ago, because I bought it a few months after this thinking these would die, but these felt so good that I was like, I'm definitely going to want another one. And you know, I never really wanted one with white rubber. I hate white rubber on sneakers. I wanted dark purple, and there wasn't any. But now, apparently, there was. So, that's cool. And, you know, while we're here, I'll tell you a trick to buying sneakers. Don't go to a fucking mall, for one thing. I know, poor malls, they're all dying off. But, the thing is, I go on eBay, and I'll type, I don't know, Nike. And then I'll put in my size, 12. And then it's like, I'll type used. And I know that sounds nasty. Who the fuck wants a used sneaker? But it's actually really intelligent. Because what happens is, like for instance, I had these Nike Eggplant House of Hoops exclusives, you know? They were beautiful. Not as durable as these fuckers, but they were beautiful to look at. And they usually go for like 300 some crazy ass dollars and shit. But some guy in Britain had them for 120. And that was because, you know, I typed used. And when I looked at the auction, it didn't look like shit was done. I was like, well, what the fuck? It's like, I'm looking at the bottom of the shoe. It looks like they never wore it. And that is probably the case. What you do is you type used, and you look at the auction picture. And if you see something like this, Clearly, it's only been used a day or two. They didn't like it, and they threw it up on eBay. And you get it for, sometimes $100 or $200 cheaper. These are only about maybe anywhere from 55 to 80. You know, I think I paid maybe 60 something for this, maybe 70 for this. I can't remember. It was a while ago. That's how long it's been. And that ain't bad. But if I were to buy it brand spanking the fuck new, it might be a little bit more. But I bought used, and, you know, they said, bought it, tried it, didn't like it, now it's yours. And I'm like, well, I'm looking, you know, and if they give you a blurry picture of the bottom of the shoe, fuck it. Just don't bother, because you don't know how messed up it is. You know, you don't care about, you only care about two pictures. The top, to look like it's beat the fuck or ugly, and look at the bottom. I mean, that's all you need. As long as they have a really good bottom picture and a halfway decent top picture, you pretty much know what you're getting into. And, yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to say. Nike Lebron Zoom Soldier 8. I don't know how the Zoom Soldier 7 is. I don't know how the Zoom Soldier 9 is. But I have a feeling in my gut that Nike fucked up on these and accidentally made a perfect sneaker. Because, you know, I mean, like I said, it's like so many things these days are made to break within a certain time frame. These have not broken. They're just killer. They're just fucking killer. And now when I say that I have abused these, keep in mind, we're talking constantly doing heavy shit with these. I mean, I'm walking through fucking woods. I'm walking on a fucking highway every single fucking day. I am pulling giant fucking pallets of hundreds of pounds of shit, and they're not breaking. And that's an important factor right there that you really need to listen to. I mean, if you're a worker and you don't want to wear a boot, but you want to wear a sneaker, these are the motherfuckers. Because, like I said, you're pulling a couple 100 pounds on a pallet, and you know, your foot goes like this. What usually happens? This usually separates. That's it. I've had a lot of sneakers, and that's always the sneaker killer. When they're nearing the end of their lifespan, or even halfway through, you're carrying a really big heavy pallet, and you're putting everything down into moving. That's where the sole starts to separate from the top, and it pisses you off, because, you know, it's like, fuck, they were good a second ago, and now they're damaged. These motherfuckers, it's like, I've had them bend actually like this, but look, it's still fucking solid. It doesn't intrude into the sneaker. It's like, and it bends more. I mean, this one's separated, but it's more or less still in the right shape. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's the perfect sneaker, you know, as perfect as a sneaker can be. And, you know, it'll probably be another 2 years before I have to change these out. Now, my friend, he did have one, a red pair, and he said that it's starting to separate a little bit there. I haven't encountered that on the white one. Maybe I'll encounter it on this purple rubber. I don't know. It could be a matter of different colors do different things. But, I mean, yeah, there's like no separation here on mine. Maybe he had a defective one. I don't know. But, you know, it's just not happening for me. Yeah, I can't even get a fingernail in there. Yeah. Nike Zoom Soldier Lebron 8. Yeah. Nike Lebron Zoom Soldier 8? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Like and subscribe. And Patreon if you want to. Because Lord knows I need money right now. And yeah. Have a good day. Happy trails.